Hey nerds, Alex here from Nerds Being Geeks, and here we are with an Eeveelutions and Gym Leader Challenge Part 3. Let's get into it. So like I said, this is Part 3 on how to play the Eeveelutions in Gym Leader Challenge. Link below to the other 2 videos in this series. So let's start off with what's the problem with playing the Eeveelutions in Gym Leader Challenge. Why doesn't it happen? Well, Gym Leader Challenge is a monotype format, which means every Pokemon in the deck has to be of the same type. Eevee is colorless. All of Eevee's evolutions are the different types. So you can't play Eevee in your fire deck if you want to play Flareon, because Eevee is not a fire type. So there's been several ways to get around this. I've already done 5 ways to get around it, I believe. 5? But someone in the comments, and I'd like to give a huge shout out to Pokemon Master Ryan 5890, who brought up 2 more ways to play Eeveelutions in Gym Leader Challenge. And I really appreciate all of you commenters pointing out the things that I've missed, because I feel like it's really important to allow people to play their favorite Pokemon in Gym Leader Challenge. I've heard the complaints that, well, I can't play my favorite Eeveelution. Why would I build this deck? So I want to talk about the first way that Pokemon Ryan pointed out to me, and it is this Reluniclus with the Summoning Gate. For 1 colorless energy, look at the top 8 cards of your deck. You may put any number of Pokemon you find there onto your bench. Shuffle all the other cards into your deck. So with this being a psychic type, you can play Espeon and Sylveon. Sylveon in the card games is now a psychic type because there's no fairy type being produced in the TCG. So you can put an Espeon and Sylveon in your psychic deck. And to make sure that those 2 Pokemon are in those top 8 cards, you would use Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking and Mallow, and they both do the same thing, but you can play both cards because they have different names. Search your deck for up to 2 cards, which is perfect because you need these 2 Pokemon. Shuffle your deck and then put those 2 cards on top of your deck in any order. Oh, that guarantees that Espeon and Sylveon, if they're in your deck, could be the top 2 cards when you use this move. This allows you to skip right over Eevee and get right to the Eeveelutions. So let us move on to the next one. So we got Chandelure with the Spirit Burner. For 1 fire energy, discard the top 5 cards of your deck. This attack does 60 more damage for each Pokemon you discarded in this way. Then put any number of fire Pokemon you discarded in this way onto your bench. And how do you guarantee that Flareon will be in those top cards? Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking and Mallow. So both strategies use these 2 supporters to stack your deck to make sure that those Eeveelutions are on top. Once again, this is a stage 2 Pokemon that you need in order to get these Eeveelutions into play. And some people just don't think it's worth it. Which leads to my next point. Is it even worth to have any of these Eeveelution cards into your deck to use any of these strategies that can be kind of cumbersome, that can turn your deck into just a pile of cards? This is my 3rd video on this, but I'm still saying no. Eeveelution cards in this format are not worth playing. There's not a single Eeveelution card that is incredibly busted, game-changing, that would make it worth your while to just clutter up your deck in order to get this thing going. But if you're playing just with your friends if you're playing, kitchen table style, house rules, there's different things you can do. If it's house rules, man, throw an Eevee in there. No one cares. Even the creator of the format, Tricky Jim, has also stated that, use house rules. He just wants people to have fun with the format. But if you want to be competitive, go to a lot of tournaments, do good at your locals. Highly recommend not using any of the methods I've suggested to play Eeveelutions. I wouldn't play Eeveelutions at all. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching another video about Gym Leader Challenge and the Eeveelutions. So I believe we are currently up to 7 ways to get Eeveelutions into your GLC decks. Let me know if I missed one. I will do a part 4. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.